Hey everybody, Al, Kayla,
Hey.
knowledge. Oh, I think it just started now. Actually, hey everybody. I didn't look at the counter. So hey everybody, we're live on the Be Cool to Be Podcast Out channel. This is Knowledge Nerds. My daughter Kayla. How are you, Kayla?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. We've been a little bit on a hiatus. It's been a couple weeks since we did a live show. There was one weekend Kayla wasn't feeling well actually, and then we were just busy some other weekends. But it's Tuesday night, day after Cinco de Mayo,
Yeah.
day after May the Fourth be with you.
hmm
Um, we had Easter and all that stuff, and we got a couple things during these last couple weeks. What'd you get for Easter or like? Well, we went to the thrift store as well, and I'll show a couple of those things
Well,
off.
I'll
But
show you stuff I got for Easter first.
yeah, your Easter
So
baskets, yeah, show them off.
I got it's only like two things from here. Well, three things, but first I got Lego DC Super Villains.
Let's see there.
Got Dark Side
This is for the
Joker,
Nintendo Switch.
Gorilla Grodd, Lex Luthor, Harley Quinn. It's awesome. I've been getting into DC a lot lately.
Yeah, that's for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
She got two Nintendo Switch games, I think. Here, right?
And I got Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
There you go. Fun video games.
Yeah.
Not like Pac-Man when I used to play it on Atari 2600,
And then
which I still have. I still have my.
also in the
I
back
still.
you can see my cat Mar.
Yeah, I still have. I still have my original Atari 2600. Yeah, there's a Mar in the back there cleaning herself. Hi, Mar. She's looking at the door. Maybe wants to go out now. Anyway, so
I also got this figure
oh, there you go.
too. Now she's from crap. The name's kind of blanking on me, but oh no, it's Urusei. Oh, there's Caden. Hi, Caden. He's watching. She's from Urusei. Um, uh, I don't know. I've told the name's blanking on me, but she's from this old anime from the '80s, and they just came out with a new series. I'll probably post it in the comments when I finally figure out the name.
when
And
when did you get that?
I got it for Easter.
Okay, all right.
Found it at Hot Bins, and
Oh
then
yeah, yeah. There's a store that my wife goes to called Hot Bins. It's like all Amazon and all these returns, and
hi,
it's like a
Mom.
mystery. It's like there's these bins that fill with boxes and various things, and it's almost like kind of a mystery. I mean, if you can scan if there's a barcode on there, like Amazon barcode, you can kind of scan it with your Amazon app, and it'll show you what's
And
inside of it. Or there's an unboxing station. You go there, they unbox it for you, open it up, and they'll show you what
and
they got.
speaking of Hot Bins,
Yeah.
we got this. My mom found this pillow pet of Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. I
Toothless.
had the ladybug one. I don't know if I still have it or not, but I did have a pillow pet when I was little. I got it from my teacher actually.
Yeah.
And then
What else
on
you got?
Sunday we went to this little like
Oh, it was a
used
thrift.
book comic book
It was
store.
like what was it called? Books rescued books or something like that.
Book Rescuers. I think
Book Rescuer. That's it. Book Rescuer.
really
I
cool.
think it was in St. Petersburg.
I found some good selections. Found this old Sabrina the Teenage Witch
Yeah.
comic. This was back in the cartoon days, and also there's live action Sabrina in the corner.
Okay.
On the back, there's also a Metroid.
What was it, like $1 or something?
Yeah,
If it was even that.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had this like Metroid advertisement for the Game Boy, which
What year was this done?
is probably pretty old.
Yeah, it was when the Sabrina the Teenage Witch was.
Early
Oh,
2000.
2002.
Yeah,
There you
2000.
go. Wow, 2002. That's
Next, I
like
got
23 years
this
ago.
Baby Mouse graphic novel, Can't Baby Mouse, because the series is really cute.
Yeah.
And then, my favorite find I found. It's Batman and Robin comic. And it's really special to me. You want to know why? It's because of this girl right here, White Rabbit. The girl with the rabbit hood, not this weird looking creature I'm pointing at. And she's kind of mainly the reason I got into DC because, well, for her 2011 design, no, it was 2011 New 52. It's not really that much of a great design choice, but her newer designs are honestly really cool. But I like her original design too, and honestly, I hope we get more like in-depth look at her And also Jana Hudson. She's White Rabbit, even though she's Indian, but it's kind of confusing. If you're not a comic book fan or DC fan, it's a little confusing. I might try and explain her more, but just think of it as because White Rabbit's white and Jana Hudson's Indian, you could just think, wow, Jana Hudson summoned this girl out to do crime for her, like a little minion. We could just call it that. And they're not the same person. But yeah.
Listen, everything's diverse nowadays, so it's just I think mommy got some albums too over there.
Yes, indeed. There's Mara again watching me. Hi, honey, you want to get out? I'll let you out.
I think mommy got some albums over there if you want to grab them real quick.
I see them.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of them. So my wife's Tina, this place had vinyl too, and vinyl very cheap and stuff, but she found these that were kind of very nostalgic to her childhood. So you had the Chipmunk songbook.
Simon, Alvin, and Theodore.
Yeah, and then one of her favorites is Winnie the Pooh. And she found this. She found this one, which is really cool. And I think that's the back. Here's the front of it, I believe. Yeah.
So cute.
Cool. And then this is kind of cool. Walt Disney's Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker Suite from Fantasia. So yeah, that's really cool. So that was really kind of nostalgic for her childhood there.
Fantasia's great.
I found a couple of things. I found a couple of things. Actually, let me do some concert reviews. I did. So Wednesday, I went to Anvil. They were a Canadian band, Canadian trio heavy metal band, old band from the early '80s. They came out and got to meet them afterwards. I went with my buddy Manny. We had a good time. They put on a really good show, and got a couple of Anvil CDs signed by the band. This is their latest one, one and only, signed by all three of them. Rob Reiner, Lips, and Christ. So yeah, that's in. And then this is a little bit of a couple albums ago, Hope and Hell, that I had. I brought it with me, and Lips and Rob Reiner signed it as well, and they were really cool. They stuck around. I got pictures with all of them. They were really, really nice guys. Not the first time I ever met them though. I met them in New Jersey years ago. So, and it was my fourth time seeing them because I saw them on That Metal show. They were like one of the only performances by a band on that series. It was a special show at the Hard Rock Cafe in New York City. Saw them perform there. Saw them open for AC/DC, which we're going to get to in a second. AC/DC at the Meadowlands, the Giants. I think it was still the old Giant Stadium, and they opened up for them. And then I saw them at a place called the Crossroads in Garwood, New Jersey, a little small place, but they were really cool. It was cool seeing. So this is like the fourth time I saw them, so it was cool to see them. Then on Sunday, I went with my buddy Eddie Canestracci. It's his last hurrahs. We went to go see Cheap Trick here in St. Petersburg. We got to meet them. Afterwards, we walked around and I saw Robin outside and a couple of fans and try to contain yourself there. It's getting late. It's getting pretty late anyway.
Yeah, and I have to be in a class for 2 hours tomorrow.
Yeah. So Cheap Trick, one of the great American bands. Kayla, one day I'm gonna have you listen to an album by them. I think you really like them. They're really, really catchy songs and stuff. So they're one of my favorite bands, and probably the band I've ever seen the most live in concert. I think they've even surpassed Rush by this point. Is how many times I've seen them live. And I bought the Found New Parts EP. It was kind of a little hectic outside. I was trying to get. I bought a couple of things for them to sign, but there was one more thing that I had to. I don't think it's in here. Oh, here. Okay, I'll show this after. So there was a bunch of fans outside. So I tried to get a couple of things signed, but I can only catch them on a few things. So Dax was the only one that really. Dax Nielsen, the drummer, signed this. He signed this vinyl for me, and then I got Dax, Rick, and Robin to sign the set list, which I snagged after the show. That's pretty cool. I got a set list there, Look at that set list. That's a nice set list of songs they played. Snagged a couple of guitar picks as well. I don't even know where they're at. I thought they were in here. They were in here. I don't know where they went. Maybe they fell or something. I don't know. A couple Rick Nielsen guitar picks. And I got Robin. So I have this great. This was released. This was the, if I want to, 30th anniversary of Budokan. It's coming up almost on the 50th anniversary. I can't believe it. I love this DVD, and it's a great one. It comes with a poster, so I took the poster with me, and I was only able to snag Robin. I didn't even get to see Tom, but I got a picture with Robin, uh, Rick, and Dax. So that was cool. It's a cool poster, right? So it comes with the Budokan, and Robin signed it right there.
Cool.
Yeah, check it out, Kayla. That's when they play. Now the Budokan is an arena in Japan.
Oh.
It's a very famous arena. This is how Cheap Trick. They played there in 1977, and they released a live album from there. And originally, it wasn't released in America. It was released in only Japan, and you could only get it as an import here. And it became very popular. People started buying a lot of imports, so they released it here.
Imports are still popular now, like anime figures. You
Yeah.
can get them from stuff online, anime merch online.
Yeah, but there was no online back then. You had to go to a record store. You had to order it, and they had to mail order it, and they had to come from Japan to the record store. And then you had to go pick it up. Everything was not. There was no online.
I mean, it still basically happens.
There was no internet back then in the 70s, 80s, and stuff. So
yeah.
So Cheap Trick, the show was phenomenal. Me and Eddie had a great time. He's moving to Nashville, so it's kind of our last hurrah together here. I'll definitely go visit him in Nashville, though. We became pretty cool, pretty close, and besides concerts, just music and just life in general, like movies, everything. We have a lot in common, so it's really cool to hang with him one more time. And it was really cool to go out and back and kind of actually meet them. I actually met Cheap Trick once before. It was in 2002 or 2003 when they released Special One. They did a in-store signing at a Virgin Megastore, so in New York City. So I went to that. At that thrift store, I picked up a couple of CDs. Speaking of Cheap Trick, their old bass player, I never knew this until I looked it up, but there's a band called Siren. So I found a CD of this. Actually, my wife found it. She's like, "Do you know who Siren is?" And I didn't know, and I looked it up. And John Brandt, that replaced Tom and Cheap Trick for a while in the '80s, on bass, plays in this band. So this is probably one of the only albums I think they released. It was a short-lived band. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'll listen and give it a review. And then I found this cassette, Best of Stone Fury, which was Lenny Wolf's old band. Lenny Wolf went on to be in Kingdom Come, who I saw open up for. They played on the Monster Rock tour. They opened up for Metallica, Dokken, Scorpions, Van Halen. But I found this kind of curious. I've never heard Stone Fury, so I picked it up. I believe it was only like 50 cents or $1 or something like that, if that. So that's kind of cool. So our homework assignment last time, which was a few weeks ago already, you gave me the Gorillaz first album. I listened to it, and I was already familiar with the Gorillaz. I mean, the big hit off of there was Clint Eastwood. That was like the big hit. That still gets played on the radio to this day. But listening to the rest of the album, now Gorillaz is Damon Albarn, who was in the Britpop band Blur. So this was kind of a virtual band, right? Yeah, animated virtual. So if you watch their videos, they're all animated and stuff like that. So
I see Caden's a fellow Gorillaz fan.
Yeah, he loves Clint Eastwood. I like the actor too.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
But listen to the album, it's cool. It's kind of trip hop, kind of. It's really cool. Kind of. It mixes like hip hop with like just alternative, and it's really cool. Kind of like some of it's funky, some of it's like laid back. It's really kind of cool. Like just kind of chill and listen to some of the songs, and then
Yeah.
yeah, it's really really good. Good album. I actually have the CD, and I gave it to you. I
Yeah.
don't know if you have the CD in your room somewhere, and I
It should
streamed it.
be somewhere.
Yeah, it should be somewhere. It probably might still be packed away, but I remember you became a fan of theirs, and then
Yeah, I have like 2 Gorilla shirts.
yeah, and I think they might be touring. So if they tour, I mean, if
Mm.
they come down here to Florida, I might have to go catch them. So, and I gave you this one, Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
So what do you think it is? I know this is the soundtrack to the old Quake. Um,
Now, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a favorite on this one because one,
it's all instrumental,
it's
I
all
think.
instrumental.
Yeah, so it's just more of a kind of a vibe, kind of a mood music.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty.
if you were playing the video game, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty. It's kind of trippy. It reminds me of Silent Hill. And Silent Hill soundtrack is crazy, and yeah, and it kind. I don't know why, but the back on it, it kind of reminds me of like the Doom graphics,
Yeah, the 90s, early
like
2000s.
Wolfenstein,
Yeah,
Doom.
not your uncle Paul, my older brother. We
He's
started.
probably watching it right now because
Yeah,
he
he might
always
be
texts me
watching. Who
after.
knows? But we used to play Castle Wolfenstein. Well, we had an old computer that had Castle Wolfenstein, but it wasn't the first person like player yet. It wasn't those that didn't exist yet in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like in the 90s when that came out, we were like blown away because it's like first person shooting game. But then Doom kind of took it to the next level.
Yeah, and you could basically play Doom on anything.
Yeah.
Literally anything.
Yeah.
If it's compatible, there will be a Doom port on it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Um yeah, so do you kind of like I mean it's not your typical Nine Inch Nails,
Yeah.
but Trent Reznor does a lot of like soundtrack work and stuff. So this was kind of like the soundtrack side of his, talents. So
Mhm.
Trent Reznor is very talented. I mean, Nine Inch Nails is basically just him. It's
Yeah.
him, but when he goes live, I've seen them live too. I mean, that's something to behold too. I mean, they were incredible live when I've seen them a few times. So that's cool. Let's see what else. So okay, so that was our homework assignments a couple weeks ago. Got a new one for you, Kayla. Next week, what is next week? Well,
ACDC.
the day before ACDC, what is it?
My
Well, how
birthday.
old are you gonna be?
Only
My
17.
goodness, where does the time go? And then the day after, on the 16th, so it's May 15th is your birthday, your 17th birthday.
Yep.
The day after, Friday, here in Tampa, ACDC's playing, and we're gonna go see them. It's gonna be me, Kayla, my wife Tina, and I gave you Back in Black a while ago. You listen to that, you like that album, but
Yeah.
there's a great band that's opening for them called the Pretty Reckless. So the Pretty Reckless is, and I've met them once before, and I've actually seen them, I believe, twice, and fronted by Taylor Momsen, female singer. Taylor Momsen, that's her name, female singer. This is their third album. Who are you selling for? So this we'll show it right here. And actually, when I met them one time,
They signed it, didn't
yeah,
they?
they signed it. So it comes with a insert that folds out into a poster,
What?
and there you go. It's the album cover, and all of them signed it. Everybody in the band. I got to meet everybody in the band, and I got a cool picture with Taylor.
Cool.
She was really nice, really cool, and they're opening up for ACDC on this tour. So they're a really cool band. I think you'll like them. So I want
Yeah.
you to listen to this album. It's called "Who Are You Selling For?" Came out in 2016. It's their third album. I can't believe it's almost 10 years old already. That album, but it's got a couple. It's got some good songs in there. "Take Me Down," "Oh My God," and "Back to the River," where there's singles on there. And I think if you like them, you'll look more into their catalog. I believe they have 4 or 5 albums by now. So they're opening for ACDC. That's a great slot, great band to open up. There's one of the newer bands I really like a lot. So that's your homework assignment. You got anything for me?
So, I don't know if you heard about this, but recently a very famous singer had a huge concert in Rio. Do you know who it is?
A very famous singer had a concert in Rio
For free.
for free. Nah, I can't say it. I don't know. I can't.
It was Lady Gaga.
Okay.
She did it an entire thing for free.
I've
And
seen Lady Gaga in concert.
yep.
Okay.
And she basically broke Madonna's record, and she had more, I think 2.5 or 8 million people who went and saw the concert for free. And I saw like a bunch of clips of it on TikTok and YouTube, and it was amazing. So I'm not giving you one of her old albums because you're obviously familiar with a lot of her songs, but I'd like you to listen to her newest album, Mayhem.
Mayhem. Okay, I'll give it a listen. I'm not the hugest Lady Gaga fan anymore, but I kind of went through a little phase where I kind of liked her. But maybe I'll like the new album. I've seen her in concert a few times though. So, how many people is
At least over like 2 million
in
people.
concert in Rio?
Yeah, it was all free.
Oh wow, wow.
And there was gonna, luckily police were able to stop it, but there were these two people who were going to threaten to like do something horrible at the concert, and luckily their plans were thwarted. Like, I don't know why I'm saying thwarted, but luckily I was able to stop it.
Foiled, and they were
Foiled. I'm talking like a superhero. Um and luckily everybody was okay, and Lady Gaga put on an amazing show.
all right. So you want me to check out her newest album, which is called what again?
Mayhem.
Mayhem. Okay, I'll check it out. Can't promise I'll like it, but
And I will listen to The Pretty Reckless.
the Pretty Reckless. And then so let's see here. We're gonna come back Sunday actually. So next weekend. We're doing this Tuesday. I meant to do this on Sunday, but we got home late. Yesterday I was
Yeah.
kind of tired when I got home from work, but I wanted to get a video out of us. So but yeah, so that's the homework assignment. That's the show for tonight.
Yeah.
So subscribe, click like, and I
Share
got
this with your friends.
I have I have a Facebook group called Be Cool to Be Podcast Out. So if you're on Facebook, check that out. Subscribe to this channel. I also do a show with my co-host Andy Rodriguez. It's on Black Spinner Circle. We do weekly shows as well. Right now, Andy's having a little technical difficulty, so our show is a little bit on hold. But we'll get back into it. Until Sunday, we got homework to do.
Yeah.
And Kayla, have a great week.
Yeah.
I love you, and
Love you too.
we'll see you next weekend.
Yeah. Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yep.